Josh, what about One Piece, bro? What's going on over in that storm over there?
All right, good talk. Nothing's happening in the season One Piece.
Okay, so what about Dragon Quest? What's going on over in Dragon Quest?
Oh, sorry. I missed myself for a second.
What's up, everyone? Welcome into AniMan Plus, episode 49. One episode away from Big Shifty 50, which also lines up with our one-year anniversary of the rebrand that is AniMan Plus, a.k.a. the greatest redemption story in AniMan Plus history. Looking forward to episode 50 next week, where we're going to be talking about 50 of the best fights in anime, manga, and webtoon. Really excited for that. We did take a break last week for AniMan Plus. We got a little bit of recap to do. We got some pretty decent news that popped off last week, and we had not much this week, but it is what it is, right? I do got Zach here in studio. Zach, man, how you feeling today?
Doing good. Can't wait. Well, I can wait for next week. I'd rather not, so we can't. So
this is the show that he's been dreading. I pitched this so long ago. He's just like, fuck that, do it without me. And here we are. We're doing it with him. It's going to be a great time. He's going to hate every second of it. But someone who's not going to hate every second of it is going to be our boy Josh, who's here on the phone. Josh, how are you? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. Thinking about it, I didn't even know we didn't do a show last week.
How do you not know that?
I lived this entire week as if we did the show last week.
Trust me, I definitely knew that we didn't do it. It was a nice break.
We didn't do it either.
Yeah, it was a nice break, man. You got to take these breaks when you get them, especially right now since I'm doing 3 shows in a week. Because make sure to go check out Lighthearted Gamers, my video game podcast with my boy Zach here, where we talk about everything the latest and greatest in the gaming world. I also have a terrible football show that officially kicked off. We got 2 episodes in. That releases every Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're a football fan, make sure to go check that out and listen to our terrible opinions. And go follow us at Twitter, too, at AniMan Podcast. We'd appreciate that follow. But, hey, if you don't follow, fuck you. It's all good. We'll keep moving.
Yeah, because that's going to get the freaking follows. Yeah, don't follow us and go fuck yourself.
Hey, man.
I even put out a tweet Sunday that we didn't put out an episode, and I forgot.
Yeah, you did. That's right. Yeah, you did put out a tweet about that. You're saying how we were sad, too. Clearly, you weren't sad. Why do you have to lie to the people, Josh?
The mean too.
Josh over here lying to the damn people with our Twitter. I don't know. I may have to take it out of his hands at this point. And lastly, if you want to support us further, the Patreon's a great way to do so. Don't feel obligated, though. Just be a friend, tell a friend that you listen to the show. We'd greatly appreciate that. Make sure to drop a like on this video on YouTube at youtube.com/Sparky3. Give us a subscribe. Let's keep growing the channel. We'd appreciate that. With that said, boys, I guess we can just go ahead and jump into it now. We can run through all the news that popped off during our break week. Got some pretty good stuff. There was one thing in particular out of this break week that kind of caught my eye. So the first thing, we got some Demon Slayer news. Demon Slayer Season 2 news coming on the 25th. Shout out to our 1-year anniversary of AniMan Plus. And it is still slated for this fall or winter. Josh, you had a little tidbit of information involving that, did you not?
Yeah, I had read somewhere that the studio said despite the amount of younger viewers Demon Slayer has, they're choosing not to tone down any of the content in season 2, because obviously, season 2 is the red light district, which is more adult, which I thought was kind of cool, especially since there was kind of a controversy, not too long ago about Boruto, since they changed, I don't know the dude's name. He smokes cigarettes in the manga, but drinks coffee in anime. So that was the deal.
Drawing a blank on his name, but it's the scientist dude that works for Kara, who's with Konoha now. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But yeah, you're right. He does smoke cigarettes in the manga, because I know there was one funny tidbit from a recent chapter where he went up on the roof with Shikamaru, and Shikamaru was just smoking, doing his thing as he normally does, and he goes out to pull out a smoke as well, and Shikamaru was like, "Hey, no smoking on this roof," and the guy just looks at him like, puts the cigarette back. Hey, shout out to the fact that they're not going to really change any of the themes or anything, because you're right, with the district, it does have a lot more adult themes. The series itself kind of has a little bit more adult themes in a way, but yeah, that district especially. So the next piece of news that popped out last week, which this is the one that caught my eye, is that there's a new streaming service called Animeka that plans to expand outside of Japan. This was launched by Shueisha, My Theater DD, TV Tokyo, and Toei Animation. So that is very interesting to me.
That's a lot of names.
Yes, it is. That has a lot of big names.
Yes.
And that was very interesting to me because, we just had this conversation involving, the Sony purchase of Crunchyroll and now which, again, I don't think that's necessarily a big deal because of how different Funimation and Crunchyroll are. But that's very, very interesting. I'm curious to see what's going to come out of this. And I haven't actually stopped to look, go back and look at this because I'm going to be honest, I forgot about it until I looked at it just now. But I am kind of curious what's on the service currently over in Japan, which I know I already kind of saw a few things where it's like My Hero, of course, the current ongoing ones and stuff. But that's a lot of big names. That's a lot of big names over in Japan. So very curious to see what's going to continue to expand out of that. We do have a scheduled release window for Orient that is going to be coming in January on Crunchyroll. There was a trailer that launched. This is, of course, by the creator of Magi. So if you're a Magi fan, you're probably going to enjoy this one. There is a Chainsaw Man novel releasing on November 4th. It contains 3 stories on Power and Denji, Kishibe, and how do you pronounce that Q name? Q-Inks?
Sure.
Okay. And Himeno and Aki. So if you're a big Chainsaw Man fan, make sure to look into that. We did get a look at the live action logo for One Piece. Josh, how did you feel on that?
I'm ambivalent. I don't know. It looked about the way I thought it did. I did see the interesting tidbit where instead of Luffy being the eye in One Piece, he's the nose in the skull. So that was, that's the thing. Anyone was curious. I don't know. For all we have, just of that, I don't know. It's more of a wait and see thing.
Fair enough. Speaking of waiting and see, October 1st.
Dun dun.
7 Deadly Sins, Cursed by Light, releases on October 1st on Netflix. I guess I'm going to watch it.
Yes.
Fuck you. I mean, it's a movie, man. They're gonna do better with the animation for the movie. I mean, the trailers that I saw, they look good. I'm gonna watch it. It'll be probably an enjoyable film to some extent, but I don't know. I just have such a sour taste in my mouth with that group of 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, Four Nights of the Apocalypse, the manga, it's not bad, but just I'm still salty over the last season.
The movie's just gonna be entirely stop motion.
God,
yeah,
it fucking might as well be, dude. I'll watch it. I'll probably get my thoughts on it here on the show. We'll see. Let's go jump into more recent stuff. Haley Atwell was cast as Lara Croft in Netflix's Tomb Raider anime. That we did have a new Sword Art Online progressive trailer that came out, as well as we do have the announcement for Komi Can't Communicate to stream on Netflix outside of Japan starting October 21st. Hey, we do have some dates for Jump Fiesta. So that's going to be cool. Jump Fiesta is always a cool time about what's going to pop out of Shonen Jump. Jump Fiesta 2022 will be held on December 18th and run to the 19th, of course. Stages revealed are One Piece, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Dr. Stone. All pretty straightforward there. Looking forward to seeing what's going to come out of Jump Fiesta as always. Jump Fiesta is always a good time where we get to see potentially some new series that are going to come out over time. So I know a lot of popular series that we've come to know and love got their initial kind of reveal at a Jump Fiesta, in whatever one-shot magazine they release. Because I think at Jump Fiesta they release one huge magazine of nothing but one-shots.
And we see none of it over here in the West.
Unfortunately, you got to bootleg it somewhere. But I would love if they released that for us to read. That would be so cool. As well as probably very disheartening because I'm going to get attached to one particular series and it's going to get shafted. And just never be a thing again. But, hey, you never know. We here at AniMan Plus, with our incredible opinions, and be able to find these top-tier series that definitely don't get axed, we could probably read that magazine and find the next hit. Maybe.
Hey, most of my guesses have been spot on. I don't know what you're on about.
Okay, kiss my ass. And, that makes me mad, too, because I feel like Red Hood's going to potentially get axed, but Neru's going to fucking live. And I'm just like, really, man? Zach's going to do this shit again because he did it with Elusive Samurai. Me and Josh, our record's okay. We've had some misses.
Not really.
Shut up, Josh. I'm trying to give us a little bit more credit. I mean, Bone Collection, a little bit of a flop on that one.
Yeah.
Time Paradox Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Gotta throw yours in there.
Hey, we got Kaiju number 8 though. We got that one right.
I mean, you should have shacked up with Mori King. It lasted a while.
All right. Mortal
Yeah.
King was so boring, though. So boring. It was. It was so boring.
I didn't finish it, but I still don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
There were bugs, but there were people, and they were fighting to be the king of the bugs. It was weird.
Just you describing it like that just makes it sound so ridiculous.
I mean, you describing it sound like that makes me think of a Yakuza minigame, and like the remake of the first one, you go to a Sega arcade and play a bug fighting game where you got cards of bugs which turned into pretty much entire females with bug costumes, then wrestled on a tree stump.
That's more or less what it was.
Just described it, man.
That was a Yakuza minigame.
What is going on in Yakuza?
I mean, tons of weird shit because you battle a bunch of little kids at it to become the champion of the Bug Kings.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway, we also, we missed on ITLC. F on us. Missed on that one.
Yeah.
But Blue Box going pretty well on that one, right?
Yeah.
We got that one.
Can't forget about your greatest hit was Phantom Theater.
Listen, I'm still mad about that one. That was a good series that did not deserve what it got. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Trojan X.
Before we move on, let's just also shout out the possibility of them announcing what anime is going to come out of Shonen Jump.
That's true. And let me tell you up front. Let me say this right now. If Mission Yozakura Family does not get it, you're going to see a new level of assault out of me.
Mission Yozakura Family will never get it. It'll be Mashal.
Shut up, John. Okay, look, I want Mashal. Mashal deserves it.
Watch it be Magu-chan.
That will make me very angry.
I would rather see it be me and Roboco at this point.
With those volume covers, yeah.
Yeah. You guys see Volume 5 in the server? Yeah, that was hilarious.
Volume 5 is modeled after Volume 1 of My Hero Academia. Man, I love the Me and Roboco volumes. They are absolutely incredible. Sooner or later, I have to start this series. I've read literally 2 pages of the first chapter. That's it. Sooner or later, I have to get into this. But no, if Mission Yozakura Family does not get it, I will be livid. I will be so livid. This series is so good. More people need to experience it. Anyway, back to the news. Got a couple pieces left. First up, Trojan X, a series that we have, well, not me, but these two have been reading. Will start its serialization in Young Jump issue 46. I'm assuming that they go into Young Jump, it won't be an issue in terms it'll still be updated on the app regularly like it has been. Because I know with Young Jump, we have almost no series from that.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be Trojan X, and that'll be it, basically. I imagine it'll still be able to be read through the Manga Plus app or the Shonen Jump app, whichever one is your preference.
I see no reason why it couldn't.
Yeah, I agree. The last piece of news that we got, and this was very interesting when I saw it. Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest anime confirmed. Now, let me say this. First and foremost, it's Fairy Tail. Okay, it's got its fandom. It's it's popular. People love Fairy Tail. In my case, it's a love-hate relationship. 100-Year Quest was going to get an anime. It was. Let's be real. But I am curious how the anime is going to be approached. Because this, of course, being a bi-weekly manga, it may have gone to monthly. I don't think so. I think it's still bi-weekly. There was one small stretch where it was weekly when Hero was also releasing the Heroes manga that featured all 3 of his protagonists.
Oh.
100-Year Quest was weekly during that stretch. But other than that, it's been bi-weekly. It's been out for 2 or 3 years now, and I just checked the other day. It's only at chapter 92, for example. So I am curious how this is going to be approached. I would safely assume it's going to take the same approach like in Eden Zero, where it'll just be 25 episodes, whatever. I'm even curious they'll even knock it down and do 12.
Yeah.
Now, as someone who has read it up to a certain point, I have no idea where it's going to end to kind of give an idea for how many episodes it should be. Because I'll be honest, I plan to pick it back up, but I just stopped reading it after I got really fucking angry. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I got very, very angry.
Because of friendship?
Because of friendship. Friendship made me mad, and I stopped reading. I'm going to pick it back up. I just haven't. I say that, and it's been a year since I dropped it. But yeah, with the Ghost Dragon Slayer, with that Dragon Slayer, with how he was handled, the friendship killed it for me. As soon as that happened, I'm like, all right, you just ruined like a really cool angle here with fucking friendship.
Ookie spooky friendship.
No, like the way that they had it set up is that it just so happened that this Ghost Dragon Slayer was a member of Fairy Tail once upon a time, and he was best friends with Makarov, and he died, and he's just like, oh, I don't want to fight you guys anymore. All right, I'm going to the afterlife. Bye. And I'm like, this is the dumbest shit that I've read from Hero. Like, this is so stupid. Predictable, but stupid. So, you know, so with that said, that arc, I don't know where it finished because that arc was in the Wood Dragon God arc is what it was in. So I don't know if that arc was finished. I'm assuming it was. So I don't know how many episodes this would be. I would bank on like 12 or 25, just depending on how far they want to go. But I mean, I'm not surprised it got an anime. I mean, it's Fairy Tail. It's popular. Whatever. I mean, it's got its fandom. I'll watch it and I'll hate some of it, but. At least Ignneal's son looks cool as fuck.
Okay.
Ignneal's son looks really cool. He's got an awesome design. I don't know if he's fought Natsu yet. I'm kind of curious if he has. Should probably pick that up at some point. But I don't know. I mean, it'll be cool. There was no all they said was more details coming soon, so we don't know any sort of release window in the slightest. We just know it's happening. It's just a matter of when. All right, well, let's talk about some anime, man, because we are going to be doing a little bit of double duty, doing a quick kind of recap of last week's episode that we missed, as well as talking about this latest week. So let's kick things off with My Hero Academia. We had episodes 110 and 111. Josh, are you dying over there? You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, did you fall? Do you need help?
Fine.
Do you need me to call 911?
You have life alert?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We can call 911.
Why don't you call 911?
Just want to make sure you're okay.
Okay. No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, anyway, My Hero, 110, 111. Of course, we're in the My Villain Academia arc. But, hey, I got to say, you know, while this arc has been very lackluster in a lot of ways, at least with 111, they did the one thing that I asked like 2 weeks ago right. The backstory was really good. I very much enjoyed this episode because of the backstory. I thought it was done very well for what you would want out of the animation version. I really enjoyed it with Shigaraki's backstory and basically, you know, how he got to, I mean, dude, just watching that episode, man, so many feels. Because I'm sitting there imagining it myself as someone who has two dogs. You may have heard him earlier in the episode. Lucario was barking. He's just a little shithead. Love my animals to death. Imagine discovering your decay quirk that way. Where, like, you as a little kid think that you're being attacked by a villain, but no, you just accidentally killed your dog. That's brutal, man. Like, oh my God, I would be scarred. Of course, I'd be like a villain or something. I'd be scarred for life. I mean, but like I said, at least they did the backstory right. At least I felt like they did. I mean, I still think the entire arc's been kind of shafted, obviously, as we can all agree. But love the backstory for Shigaraki. I thought it was done very well. What's you boys' thoughts on it?
I mean, I feel like the Shigaraki stuff was done well. I mean, I also enjoyed the Twice episode for the most part. Just entertaining.
True. Entertaining
of just Twice actually being a relevant character for the first time ever.
All I can think of is our other friend Zach. He sends me, Twice is a cool dude. And all I sent back was just like a oof. And he's just like, no, Alex, no. And I'm just like, zipped mouth emoji. Josh, what was your thoughts? You just like me, especially, Zach, you've been kind of critical of this arc, but not as much as me and Josh. Me and Josh have been very outspoken when it comes to this arc and how it's been handled. But Josh, you, as someone who's been very critical of My Villain Academia, what did you think of these last two episodes with Twice's story and most notably Shigaraki's story?
It was definitely better. Twice's story, it was progressive better. So, like, Twice's story was way better than how they did Togata's, and then when they got to Shigaraki's, it was, it was actually really good. I'm surprised. So I enjoyed them. Just sad that it took so long for it to get good.
I agree to that.
Yeah.
It is sad that it took as long as it did. But no, I mean, I'm with you. Like I said, I mean, I thought it was done very well. I just wish it didn't take so long. But man, fuck Shigaraki's dad. He's a dick. No wonder, that he kind of turned out the way that he did. But, Josh, what about One Piece, bro? What's going on over in, that storm over there?
All right, good talk. Nothing's happening in the season One Piece.
Okay, so what about Dragon Quest? What's going on over in Dragon Quest?
Oh, sorry. I muted myself because my dog was whining, and then I never took it off mute. Now this is over here just talking about One Piece.
All right, so what's going on with One Piece, bro?
Oh, no. So, previous episode was basically just Luffy fighting Ulti in page 1, and mysterious figure comes in and saves Luffy at the last moment. The next episode is the end of Big Mom versus Usopp and Chopper, which never happened in the manga.
How many episodes did that take?
It took like that one that was like pure fan service of Chopper with a rocket launcher, and then like the first 3 seconds of this episode.
Okay.
But I mean, I assume it went on for the entirety of the last episode too. So, but then, oh yeah, made me lose my train of thought. Anyway,
that's not hard to do with you.
Yeah, I know.
We saw Law's backstory.
Yeah, I know. Had a hard day. Anyway, so Big Mom leaves that fight and goes after Nami, who has Zeus, and there's a scene where she's walking down the hall, basically giving everything in the hallway a soul, even the walls, which is weird. And then it kind of, all right, yeah. So I need to tell you about this because you may feel for this. So there was a scene where Zoro was like, cutting down people in the hallway and stuff, and it did that dumbass white blood thing.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Okay, that sounds sarcastic. Anyway, moving on.
No, I'm serious. That sucks. I hate that, dude. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's like that bright white blood. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? Because like people have been bleeding all goddamn episode.
People have been bleeding all goddamn series.
True.
Yeah, for real. Like the last episode, there was like blood and shit everywhere, and then now it's all white. So that kind of annoyed me. But then it just goes to a conversation between Luffy and this mysterious character who we by now know is Yamamoto, Kaido's son. And just kind of ends there.
Okay, so...
Yeah, what about Dragon Quest? I'm checking out my fantasy lineup right now. Hold on.
Okay.
So what about Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest, all right.
Yeah. Does it have the new intro yet? I know you're super hyped for it.
That is true. You're finally going to get an intro. It only took how many episodes?
50.
That's rough, man.
Still no new opening.
Yeah, well, no. Okay, wait. The announcement for it said that it was coming here in a couple weeks, I thought, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're going to go with that.
I just tagged Zach in it and I bet you're excited.
Yeah, no, you tagged me in that. I saw it and went, ooh, 50 episodes. So the previous week's episode was literally just everyone coming back from their single training episode. And I like that it's established now that for any scene that Crocodile appears, his bird has to make a noise before he shows up. Because the episode literally starts with the princess in front of her castle waiting for her and just... and Crocodile lands with Chew on his shoulder. But that episode's mostly just everyone coming back from their one episode training, gathering up to go to I forget what the kingdom's name is, but going to the kingdom that was destroyed to prepare to sail a ship over to the lands of death where they're planning to go fight Hadlar. And the only real important things that happen from it is everyone gathers together, they get to the lands. Instead of following everyone, Chew, our mouse character, got a Whistle of the Beast King from Crocodile from helping him train, which he then proceeds to use, because anything he calls with that whistle, if he beats it, becomes his minion, which involves him having to fight 3 flyers. And it cuts away from there. To have all our heroes gather in this place and hear about this ship they're going to sail, which is suddenly attacked by Hadlar's Royal Knights, who pretty much wreck everyone, the village, the ship's being built in, and everything. And them going, they need help. We need the hero die. And then introducing Hyunkul 2. It's a new character named Nova who literally just looks like a Hyunga or Hyunkul with spiked hair.
That's original.
Yes. And him having a complex of not being the hero and everyone calling Dai the hero. And him having a complex about being inferior to Dai. And then the next episode is Hyunkle 2 running off to fight the Hadlar Royal Knights by himself. And then Dai and Pop going after him to help. Nova gets there, acts like a pompous prick, and acting like he's the best thing in the world, only to get shown he's not, as none of his attacks really work. And yeah, they hurt him a little, but they sort of shrug it off and then slap him around, only for Dai and Pop to get there and help him until the point he more or less admits he's not a hero, Dai's better. They're trying to come up with a game plan. The Royal Knights of Hadlar, which are just a bunch of chess pieces that have been humanified through magic and are made out of orichalcum, which is the strongest metal in the universe. They don't really fight. They stare at each other a lot and sort of throws attacks, but they don't actually fight. Mm-hmm. The only one who actually attempts to fight is Nova, and they all sort of just stand there and laugh at him as his attacks barely do anything to Pawn, which leads to Pawn grabbing Nova after Nova used a ice spell which got reflected and froze him and Dai and Pop, and was about to die, and as he's about to his body's frozen, he's thrown in the air about to be punched by Pawn and destroyed, and a wild Hyunkle appears to stab Pawn through the head with a spear and save Nova. And he's just like, yeah, I'm here, let's throw down, and the episode ends.
Okay, quite the end of the episode. Right on. What about Tokyo Avengers, episodes 22 and 23? How we boys feeling on that one? 22, I believe, was the one where it was Baji's backstory with Chifuya. Good episode there. And then 23, you get to see where Draken lives. So that's always fun.
Yep, and Takemichi almost solicited sex.
Hey, man, it's the delinquent life. It's the delinquent life, man. Yeah, and then episode 23 ending, of course, with the meeting, which is going to obviously lead off 24. Going to be a good time there. But what you boys' thoughts? How do you guys feel about episode 22? Very emotional episode, of course, seeing how Baji and Chifuya really became friends and everything.
Well, the first half of that was also good because it actually showed the formation of Toman.
Yes, it did.
And I do want to note the little thing they added for the anime was the reason why Baji had the charm, because that wasn't a thing in the manga of them not having enough money to buy a charm,
right?
Which was sort of funny
and fitting, very, very fitting.
But yeah, that was just a nice little added thing for the anime, and actually explains why we've never seen anyone else have that charm in the entire series. And yeah, then the other half was Chifuyu and Baji's backstory and we got to see Baji dressed up as a nerd.
Hey man, he's doing whatever he can to make his mom happy. Respect.
It's my favorite Baji thing, to be honest. Like, it's so funny. Even I knew it was coming, and even watching it, I still was cracking up.
Hey man, whatever you got to do to make mom happy. Respect on that. Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a good backstory. You'd see Chifuya be an over-the-top badass, or attempt to be, is a better way to put it. But he thinks he's a super hardcore badass. Then he meets Baji. He's just like, master, hello.
Yeah. And then next episode was more or less the aftermath of stuff involving
Bloody Halloween. Yeah, because we had, I think the beginning of that episode is where it's talking about this event became known as Bloody Halloween and blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah, then it carries off from the previous episode because the previous episode ends with Chifuyu and Mikey visiting Baji's grave and Draken and Takemichi visiting Kazutora and wherever he's locked up and letting know that Mikey's willing to finally put the past behind him and forgive him. Mm-hmm. And then Draken leaving with Takemichi and taking him to his house, which happens to be a brothel.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, he was raised. Hey, at least he's got a roof over his head, man.
But I would never take a black light in there.
Oh no! Oh no! No chance! Oh Jesus! That's a horrible image. Fuck you. One little tidbit that was really nice with this episode, and it was also nice reading it at the time as well, was seeing Mitsuya and just how he handles, school life and, delinquent life at the same time, because he's the president of
Home Ec Club.
Yeah, the Home Ec Club, and he's personally making Takemichi's jacket.
Mitsuya is the most regular person out of that entire group.
100%. He is definitely the one that stands out. He is the most regular human being.
He's just, I'm in a biker gang, but I'm at school, so I'm a sew.
I'm going to be the leader of the Home Ec room. We're going to have a great time. So I like Mitsuya a lot. He's one of my favorite characters for sure. So I like seeing that. Just the balance of how normal he is. Yeah. Which Takemichi, of course, points out. I also thought it was kind of nice where Payan points out that this is the first jacket that Mitsuya's made since the OG members. Yeah. So that's a nice little nod there. That's a nice little nod for sure. And then, of course, like I said, of course, the episode ends with the meeting getting started, which has Valhalla there. Yeah,
I forget which episode Draken mentions, hey, Takemichi, make sure you're at the meeting. It's important for you.
It was this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we also had that weird moment which was always a disconnect in the series, of the whole finding out Emma.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey's sister.
And Hina going Sherlock Holmes on him.
Yeah.
That's right.
Failing to remember that Hina's mentioned that to her before.
Yes.
And they're them going a whole thing of, is Emma cheating on Draken with Mikey?
Yes. I forgot about that. We're just out of nowhere. Hina pops in. She's like, I smell a case, Watson. It's just like, what the fuck? It's so stupid, but that was really random, but it's hilarious, though, because of Hina. It's absolutely hilarious. I forgot about that. That wasn't this episode. Yeah, damn Hina. Her memory failing to remember that Emma's already told her that before. But I mean, overall, both very good episodes. Man, it's such a shame that this series is about to the anime season 1's about to end, because I think we have 2 episodes left, 24 and 25. I think that's it.
Okay.
So, still leaves big questions on where this is going to end. With where we are now at the end of 23, I think it's just going to end with the handshake.
I think it is too.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to go to the future, because now it's still possible, because I think going to the future that we're going to go to, they could do it in an episode. I think it'd be better for 2 episodes. So that's why I think it's going to probably end at the handshake.
I feel like if it's not going to end at the handshake, it's going to end with him seeing a certain person with no context and just cut there.
That would be such a dick move cut, man. That would be.
Because if I'm remembering correctly, it involves him going back and more or less doing a repeat of a previous time he's come back and someone was in front of him and be that same person.
Yep. All right, what about Tsukimichi? Only 1 episode left for you boys. Episode 12 coming out this weekend. How did you guys feel on episodes 10 and 11?
Well, I mean, the series is going to end exactly where I thought it was.
All right, well, shout out to that. Shout out to Zach once again, calling something correctly. Something that Josh and I apparently can't do.
Yeah.
Which makes sense now why it's only 12 episodes, because at this point in time in the manga version, it actually, during the time when Kazutora, who's the MC's name, no, it's not Kazutora. It's Kazu something. I can't remember now. But it's the same as Kazutora, but it's Kazu Noha? Is that right?
I don't know.
Okay. During the time he was building up his merchant name, it actually introduced the 2 heroes that were snagged from the Earth, which the anime has completely ignored them at this point, which I feel was actually a very good move for this anime. But overall, I mean, they were entertaining episodes. Humans can be pieces of shit. They care nothing about anyone but humans.
That's true. Humans are assholes.
Specifically at this world, we had
and ours
blonde lady who blew up part of a village.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. MC acquired him a new servant. He acquired a lich. I'm going to backtrack a little there.
Uh-oh.
So, you want to add anything, Josh, before I backtrack?
Yeah, now that you're talking about it, I realize I didn't watch either of them.
Oh, cool. All right, I'm going to carry on. Well, Josh, Alex's patchwork is still awful. I'm gonna leave it at that. Did it take the? That was just the light, right?
That was just the light.
Okay, cool. That was the thing. Okay. We have very crap equipment, and one of our lights got broken, and it's been attached with duct tape. And as I'm just moving my arms, that sucker just fell down and like took a bit of stuff with it.
Hey, our equipment is not crappy. Just my handiwork is not so great on that.
I mean, it's great that we no longer had a camera under it.
That's true.
But episode 10 carries off from Mio being in a daze after losing her crap out of her date being interrupted with MC, the young master. Young master and Toma, through plans, send the 3 humans that were following them, who were going to steal flowers from the elf-like people, to the Mist Village. Then the young lord explains to the 2 elves, who we find out are forest ogres, that they were here to just talk. Mio more or less takes all their magic and he breaks their weapons and captures them and just like, we're here to talk. Okay, we'll take you to our village. And I want to mention that this entire time they're in the village and they're talking to everyone, the entire time the forest ogres are trying to kill them through not direct means, because the 2 forest ogres take MC and Mio to their village. They meet the elders, where they talk to the elders. They then proceed to talk about just random stuff pertaining to the plot and him staying as a merchant trying to acquire items. And we have a moment where the village elder's son walks in, says a couple things, sort of looks at our MC and then walks out. Continues that, introduces the master of the 2 forest ogres who got beaten down, who shakes MC's hand and acts surprised, confused why, saying he hasn't touched anything like this in a long time, which results in Miu punching him outside of the building and outside because he held hands with MC for 1 second longer than she did.
Like I said last episode, if that's a red flag. All right, I want everyone listening to be aware of that. That was a red flag.
Oh, that's a red flag. Before that, when she was still in a daze, I can't think of her name at the moment. Our dragon girl, her actual name she goes by now, Tomoe. When she gave suggestion on how to get Mio out of her daze, she said, "Feed Mio her favorite food." And the MC sort of like was like, "I'm her favorite food."
Oh.
Yeah, that happens. Then there's a whole banquet to celebrate their interaction with the forest ogres, which leads to the master guy, who Mio knocked the crap out of, attacking the elder son, who was apparently plotting some stuff but got stopped because the master guy had a lich inside of him who came out of him and drained the other dude's soul out of him.
Nice.
Yeah. Which then led to the young lord more or less beating down the lich. Like, the lich couldn't do anything. Like, the power scale is stupid. The lich goes to use magic. He's just like, I'm going to devour that with dark magic and wrap you up. Now you're useless. Then Tomoe showing up, trading place with Mio, and just like, oh, that was nice. And all the forest ogres looking at him just like, what'd you do? Oh, God, we can't kill you now. Kill me? Yes, our whole plan was to get you to drop your guard so we could kill you at the end of this feast. And then Tomoe reveals to them that she's Shin, because she made a barrier for them around their village, and them all going, bow to the great Shin. And she's just like, don't bow to me, bow to him. I serve him. And they're all going, we're dead. The humans in the Mist Village don't like demi-humans, so they decide to rob them of items, which is all the failure magic items, which leads into the next episode, which starts with a big explosion. And Tomoe goes down because she starts shooting up blood, I did forget to mention that the Lich guy was captured, taken back to the Mist Village, and he's now been made a servant. So he is the third servant, along with Mio and Tomoe. And it's sort of funny because he was so weak, Tomoe and Mio had to give him power to be able to even be in a contract where he wasn't just completely absorbed into the young master. His new name is Shiki.
Shout out.
Yep. They run over the big nice crater explosion. We have the death of an orc and Mini Tomoe. Mini Tomoe died. That's why Tomoe was barfing up blood. And the young lord sort of loses it. He goes in sort of a death trance-esque thing, hunts down the blonde girl who managed to survive, and while she's yapping about don't killing her, he just stares her straight in the face and sticks a knife straight through her throat.
Seems like an asshole thing to do.
I mean, she's the one who blew up the village and killed another orc and young Tomoe when they were trying to steal crap.
Seems totally justified, though.
Yep. And it's just a very heartless moment of him just being sort of in this dead-eyed mood and just stares at her. Just goes, "You're too noisy." Pulls the knife out and heads back. So that was the main thing. That was mostly character development of him and just his sort of mindset on death and things like that. And then it ends with him deciding to go learn more about the world after these events and going to the academy that's in the world. And as he's going to a teleporter with Shiki to go there, we hear the goddess's voice go, "I found you," and teleporting him to a random battlefield that he has no knowledge of and being attacked by a female warrior and some little kid-esque character named Mitsuugi. And him losing 2 fingers, and then all his servants freaking out because they can't tell where he is.
And from what you were telling me earlier before we started recording, this last episode should be pretty hype, yeah?
I mean, if it goes based on the manga, which pretty much everything's been fairly consistent with the manga, and that I've read, I'm not sure about the original light novel, since I've never read that. This next episode should be very flashy, and hopefully they animate it very well. Because it's just going to be a giant fight between him and those two.
Cool. So hopefully a really hype episode next week then, or this upcoming weekend, whatever. Josh, did you watch your slime episodes? You slimy boy, you?
You know I did.
Ooh.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, it told me I need to watch the things that nobody else watches.
That would be a very wise investment of your time, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched them, man. I read them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What's up?
Why do you think I took over last week?
Because you've already read it.
Yeah.
I figured, you'd already read it, so you had to, commit it to memory.
But you go ahead, Josh.
All you, bro.
All right. The first episode starts the Demon Lord gathering. And it introduces the Demon Lords. I couldn't tell you their names.
Call them Frank
and
Joe.
basically, well, there's a lot of them. So Frank and Joe and Frank and Joe.
Cool.
Yeah. Most of the episode is Clayman being a little bitch and whining and complaining about how Rimuru basically set up all this stuff and killed his people, and that's the reason, he's done what he's done. And, to prove that he didn't do it, Rimuru basically, kind of fights Clayman. So in this episode, we find out that the one Demon Lord I remember, Guy, is actually Primordial Red. And previously, Primordial Black is serving under Rimuru. And they're, correct me if I'm wrong, Zach, but they're, pretty much ancient, super powerful demons, right?
Ideally, how the series has put it, it hasn't given us an exact thing of what they are, but they are very old and powerful demons of some sort. It hasn't given much context other than that. And
then, what's your name? Beretta? Basically, what is it? Golem?
Yeah.
She's some kind of ancient demon as well. It hasn't really elaborated on that as far as I know. But he gives her an ultimatum that she can go in there and help Rimuru in the fight. By the way, the entire fight's closed off, so nobody can interfere. But yeah, he gives her the ultimatum that, she can go help him, but she has to pledge her allegiance to one of the two, either Rimuru or I'm going to say Ramirez. I might be wrong.
Roll
but
with
she's
it.
the fairy demon lord. So she goes in and helps fight, and the fight's going pretty shitty because Clayman's got Milium helping him, and one of his 5 fingers to thumb, and his golem helping him, and Rimuru's got Shion, and I can't remember his dog's name.
Ragna,
that's right. On his side, which Beretta comes in and helps out, and then towards the end of the episode, Veldora pops up out of nowhere, which starts off the next episode, where Veldora explains why he's there, because he's on the last volume of this manga that Rimuru had given him, and he wants the rest of it because it's getting to really good parts and he's missing out.
You know what's funny? The thing, they actually changed that from the original content, because in the original content, Rimuru just messed with him, and he actually gave him a manga that looked like the one series he had been reading, but actually slipped in a BL manga instead that Veldora read.
It's funny. Yeah, so Rimuru tells Veldora that he'll give him the next volume if he fights Milium for him, which is probably the best part of the entire episode. I'm not even going to lie to you, because later on it goes back to him, and Veldora's just like throwing Hadoukens and stuff like that, and shoots a Kamehameha wave at her.
Oh yeah, no, Veldora goes super troll and just uses every action series trope he can.
Yeah.
He literally just continues shooting Hadokens into a Shuriku into the spinning kick at Milium.
And then it just like cuts back to him at one point, and he just goes, "Oh man!" He's like doing the whole movements and everything. I'm like, this is amazing. So as Veldora is basically taking on Milium, Rimuru has time to go check on everyone else. He finds out that the thumb, which is basically Fox, is being controlled by Clayman, and reverses the spell and goes and checks on Beretta, and she's already destroyed her opponent, and so it's just Shion versus Clayman, and Clayman's having trouble with Shion.
The one thing I want to mention for is Beretta, the golem, who came to fight the other golem, was so much more powerful. She had time to defeat him, take him apart, and polish all his weapons to present to Rimuru like he's at a stall. Yeah,
pretty much. What did you call it? Like the spoils the treasures or whatever? Yeah, the spoils of war. Like, please let us come live with you. And I'm like, oh, okay. More or less. Clayman's fighting Shion, and his attacks aren't working, and Clayman's kind of like a weak little bitch. And you find out that the reason like his marionettes aren't coming back to life is because Shion has a soul-absorbing sword, which is super convenient. And then he's using like his other attacks, and it's just not doing anything. So is it like a reversion? I guess because he's not like a true demon lord at this point.
Well, all of them are technically demon lords, but they can. There's different methods they can become true demon lords, which is a really weird title considering, because there's a level of it. And after him getting smacked around by Shion and everyone, he has this sort of epiphany moment and everything, and evolves into a true demon lord and getting a true form right at the end, and coming back to fight one last chance in this fight to turn it all around. Yeah,
I was. Well, what's that form he takes? Like when he's fighting Shion, where he gets like the 4 extra arms. Is that his true form, or is that?
Yeah, that's just sort of his true fighting form that he's always had.
Yeah. Which still wasn't shit, because Shion just like smacked the shit out of him still.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of Clayman backstory. How he's one of the Harlequin Society. And you find out that Milium actually was never under any control at all, that she was faking the entire time, which, given her character, is super impressive. and you find out Lord Carrion is still alive. That it was all part of the plan as well. And then, yeah, like Zach said, towards the end of the episode, Clayman gets his true Demon Lord form, which Rimuru is now about to take on.
The only other one thing I'll add to it is just in case people have missed it at this point, it also clarifies for sure that I forget the character's name at this point in time, but the sort of head who's pushing this plan to fight and everything is the academy principal from the academy Rimuru was teaching at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, who, since we haven't really gone over it, if for anyone listening, he's a human that's brought into this world.
Yeah, he's from the regular Earth as well. He's actually from Japan.
Yeah, because Rimuru gives him a whole bunch of manga and stuff that he missed out on.
Yeah.
Which seems to be his gift to everybody.
Yeah.
Is manga?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Rimuru's acquired a power where he can recreate anything he knows about through knowledge, through memory. So he just spits out manga volumes at people.
It's just a shit ton, too. Like, they're all different. Like, this dude had no life. I mean, I guess he was like a 30-year-old virgin when he died, so it makes sense.
Actually, no, it actually sort of mentions that in the first episode when he gets stabbed. And
yeah. That's still the best. His last words.
Oh, to Kohai, destroy my computer.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. Destroy my computer, please. That's the one thing that I ask.
You know, while we're on this, I also like to point out the fact that one of those kids, not even Japanese, he's like, I can't even read these things, but I want one. Because Rimuru's using them as prizes when he's teaching the kids that basically have no future.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
Well, going over from there, what about Eden Zero, episodes 21 and 22? I did not watch 22. That's on me. So, Zach, what was your thoughts on the both episodes combined? 21 was, it was all right.
I mean, they were both all right.
Yeah,
it's just sort of a thing of going, wow, the power level seems really weak back in the beginnings compared to where we've gotten to in the manga.
That's true. That's very big true there. I don't know, man. I mean, Eden Zero, very good series.
I mean, it's all been animated very well.
Yes.
I just think there's a bit of a tint for us just because we've seen the future content, which gets better. But if you're just watching the anime, and this content's probably very entertaining and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because 21 was them fighting the Black Rock stone monster thing. And
finding out that little secret about the
collars.
Yeah, finding out the secret that you can't actually get free.
And Rebecca being made to go bottomless by our new character who has the ether gear that allows him to steal things.
I forgot about that. Oh my god, that was amazing. That's so stupid.
It's a whole thing. I don't know how you forgot about it. Dude does literally a whole sliding pose to hold it out in front of her.
That's right. Oh my god. I forgot. That's amazing. It's so stupid.
How could you forget the best power in that entire series?
I mean, honestly...
I can tell you how, okay? The reason I forgot, well, one, it's been a while since I've read that. And when it comes to watching it, I was kind of watching the episode. I'm watching the episode, but I'm pretty sure I was also getting an upload ready. And all that was on my mind was I wanted to play more Red Dead Redemption 2 because I'm currently on another playthrough. So I remember looking up at the top monitor, getting an upload right. I looked down, I just see the guy holding her panties. I'm like, oh yeah, that's funny. And then I went back to looking somewhere else. That's all I saw. I didn't actually see the motion of him like doing his quick take, whatever. All I saw was him just holding it out. I'm just like, that's funny. Anyway, let's look at this. Get this upload done.
Then them just fighting the big black rock worm thing. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Then the next episode was Valkyrie and Homura's backstory. And they're revealing that Homura's mother is Madame Kurenai, who runs that planet.
Yep.
And that her mother is a gold digging witch.
That's fucking true.
And just finding out what's happened to Valkyrie, the whole backstory, and that she died defending the labor camp from all the stone monsters that were agitated when Kurenai became assassinated. The leader of the planet, who she became the official wife of, she assassinated him to gain power, and then had them instigate all the creatures to force the laborers to mine her more stone or gems.
So, with only 2 more episodes left, where do you think? Where do you boys? I mean, Josh, I know you're not watching this, but you've at least read it. Where do you boys think this season's going to end? Like pretty much right when they leave the Sakura Cosmos?
Yeah,
I would say so.
I mean, I would say
based on.
Yeah. Next season's going to be dope, though. Next season's going to be super good because that's the Draken Joe stuff.
or actually, no, because they don't leave the cosmos until everything that's currently going on. So they'll actually still be in the Sakura Cosmos.
Yeah, they'll probably just leave this planet.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Because the whole stuff that carries on with the slight bit of Draken plotline they've gone to right now just happens on a different planet, still in the Sakura Cosmos.
That's right. So, yeah, we're just going to get set up for that arc because that's a good arc. I'm really excited to watch that. I wonder when they'll do season 2 for Edens. I'd probably just assume next year.
I would guess so. If we're lucky, we'll get an announcement at the end of the last episode for the season.
That's true. What was you guys' favorite episode of the week? I'm actually gonna call one out that I don't think I've called one out all season. I'm gonna say My Hero 111, Shigi's backstory. I don't think I've done My Hero at all this season.
I'm going to say Tsukimichi 11. Because I didn't do the greatest reviewing of it, but it was actually a very good episode for character building and things like that.
Right on.
I'm going to go Slime 47.
Slime 47. Okay. All right, cool.
That just sounds like a bad reference.
Slime 47.
Slime 47. Just a bald slime slinging along to kill people.
Jesus Christ. hey, shout out to just a few weeks away. We're going to get some other series here in our lineup. You know, we're about to lose Tokyo. We're about to lose Tsukimichi. We're about to lose Eden Zero. How far are we on from losing Slime?
I mean, I bet I'll still be watching Dragon Quest before that sucker ends.
True. My Hero should be ending soon as well. So we'll have, I mean, we're going to lose, a decent chunk of series here, but we're going to gain 86 Season 2. Big pump for that. Platinum in for sure. Really excited to check that one out. And there's a couple other series. I'm going to have to go back and take a look. And then whenever Demon Slayer is going to find out, I guess we're going to find out on
25th
on AniMan Plus Anniversary Day. That's an official holiday now. Mark on your calendars. Looking forward to what's coming out here in October. 86. Let's get it, dude. I'm so ready for 86. It's going to be fantastic. All right, let's jump over.
I'll have my rock.
What now, Josh?
I said I'm just glad I'll have my rock. Wouldn't be. I'll never end.
Oh, you're rock. Okay. I had no idea what you said.
I didn't know either. I was just going to run with it. Me and Zach looked at each other like, what the fuck did he say? It's like, whatever. Just forget it. Move on.
I mean, I have a rock as well known as Dragon Quest.
Yeah, that is definitely your rock.
This was the most unexpected of how long it would run. I do want to note that I just noticed in the Play Store the other week that there's actually going to be a Dragon Quest Dive mobile game coming out soon. It's a gacha game.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I didn't tag you on it. I'm sorry.
Well, you're obligated to play it, so let me know how it is.
Yeah, put it on the script.
No. Come on, man. Put up a nice review for Lighthearted Gamers.
For Lighthearted Gamers?
That's a game.
I mean, is it?
Depends on your definition of games, I guess. All right, let's hop over to some manga talks. For Manga Sales, as it has been, sales are dropping on Fridays, not the day that we record on Thursday. So insert clip right here. Boom, Manga Sales time. All right, this is the 4th and final week that we're me tracking for this current bunch of Weekly Shonen Magazine volumes, and then we're going to get to start looking at the newest bunch that's about to drop. It's also week 2 for the September Weekly Shonen Jump volume, so let's jump into it. For Weekly Shonen Magazine, commit number 1, Blue Lock Volume 15 with 156K copies sold. Ace Diamond Part 2 Volume 28 with 143K copies sold. Fire Force Volume 30, 142K copies sold. Rent a Girlfriend Volume 22, 118K copies sold. Bakemonogatari Volume 14, 83K copies sold. Shangri-La Frontier Volume 5 was 78K. Girlfriend Volume 7 was 68K. Smile Down the Runway Volume 22, 51K. Sitokai Yukadomo Volume 21, 41K. To Your Eternity Volume 16, 34K. And My Charms Are Wasted on Korwa Midaka Volume 1, 30K. And one thing I do want to shout out for Weekly Shonen Magazine that's super cool, 11 volumes come out in single batch and all have, honestly, pretty good sales. Like, you know, especially when, you know, don't get me wrong, I understand this Weekly Shonen Jump listing for the month. You know, I understand this month of Shonen Jump is kind of on the weaker side for sales. It's all going to be pretty much one single series getting the sales. But, like, even looking at past months, you compare what Weekly Shonen Magazine does on the regular for across the board. Like, they may not always get those $1 million ones, which, I mean, million copy ones, which, I mean, most aren't. But, you know, I would say a really solid month is, like, if they're getting up to, I mean, getting over 100K is obviously pretty solid, but I'd say a really, really solid month is like, you know, when you're getting to 200 to 500K copies sold, and then obviously get up to 1 million, that's when you're just like, oh shit, we had a good month for this volume. But like, almost, it feels like almost consistently Weekly Shonen Magazine honestly has sales like these, because, you know, we look at To Your Eternity Volume 16, 34K. We look at this Volume 1 of My Charms Are Wasted with 30K for a Volume 1, and we say for Shonen Jump, oh, that's pretty solid. So just seeing this across the board and seeing what Weekly Shonen Magazine does is honestly super fascinating, because these sales are just unbelievable, in my opinion, of just how consistently just good they are. Like, they're not necessarily blowing your pants off, like, you know, getting 500K, but these are good sales across the board. Just shout out to Weekly Shonen Magazine. They got some good shit going on over there. And then for week 2 of the September volumes for Weekly Shonen Jump, of course, we have One Piece Volume 100. It has 1.6 million copies sold so far. Insane. We were expecting this, though. We saw Volume 99 sell this much. We're going to see Volume 101 sell this much, you know, with that joint 3-piece cover. But Volume 100, such a huge milestone for a series. So, you know, it selling the copies that it is not surprising. Witch Watch Volume 2 with 33K copies sold. Sakamoto Days Volume 3 with 34K. High School Family Volume 3 with 6K. Blows me away. That's still a thing. We are dead set determined on this show that Kubo saved that series by just saying, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And that means, just from what we've seen in the past, you're getting less than 10K for a volume. You're getting axed, at least in Shonen Jump's mind. So, and Build King Volume 3, which of course is dead, 8K copies sold. ITLC Volume 3 is currently unranked. Kind of a lackluster month for Shonen Jump. Like I said, it's all going to be pretty much One Piece. It's going to be nice to see the sales numbers for Sakamoto and Witch Watch, but this is a One Piece month. So anyway, back to the show now. We're back from sales. Cool. Good sales numbers. Right on. What is the top 5 in Japan right now? This is dated for the 13th of September. One Piece Volume 100. Coming at number 1. Yo, shout out to 100 volumes for One Piece.
What was the cover?
It's 99, 100, and 101 is all one big cover.
Right.
Yeah. So this one, it's front center is Luffy. There's obviously a bunch of other fucking characters behind, but yeah, all 3.
Yamamoto, Zoro, Sanji,
bingo.
Ace, Sabo. Come on, learn your characters, man.
Yo, dude, you're the One Piece fanboy here. You know, not me. I'm just riding with it. Which also, I want to shout something out about that. I thought about this the other day, and I've had a lot of reflection within myself, trying to figure out an answer. I don't know what the answer is. Josh, I realized something.
Yeah.
Technically, you look at a couple of series that I really enjoy. I should enjoy One Piece a lot more, because it brings what I love in a series. Look at Hitman Reborn. Look at how much I rave about Mission Yozakura Family. They have two common, I love Hitman Reborn, my favorite series of all time. And one of the big things I love about it is I love the large cast of characters, and each character being like really unique and all being relevant and whatever that, you know, and the same thing with Mission Yozakura Family. I love a series of large cast of characters that are all relevant and strong and whatever. So I had that reflection the other day where I'm just like, why the hell do I not like One Piece more? What is it about One Piece that just like, it's all right?
Probably because it's too big brain. Like, there's too much lore, too much going on.
Okay.
And you like those really small brain
I'm
things.
muting him.
So
I'm muting him. All right.
See, I was going to say because the pirate life's not for you, but hey.
That's better. That's better. I like that. Anyway, back
not a man of culture, I see.
Shut up. I want you to know that you did get muted. I have no idea what you've been saying for the past 15 seconds or so.
Oh, well, I've been going on about it. Never mind.
All right, cool. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, number 1 in Japan right now is One Piece Volume 100. Number 2 is Kaiju number 8, Volume 4. Shout out to that. Number 3 is Aoshi. Me and Zach were going over this just earlier. Aoshi. We're going to go with that. Volume 25. And then number 4, this got me very hyped. Look Back at number 4 for sale.
Hey, that's good.
That's what's up, dude. Because Look Back, of course, being from the creator of Chainsaw Man, his just one shot, something that we reviewed and talked about when it came out, and something that I think all three of us can agree we would love to see it turn into like a movie. I think that'd be awesome. So seeing this thing get some great sales, that's a great start. I love when I saw that on there. I got so pumped earlier today. And then coming at number 5, Natsumi Yunji Nocho, Volume 27. I probably butchered that, but hey, that's the name of this show, right? I butcher names all the time. That's at this point, I just embrace it. It is what it is.
Name this show Butcher Man Plus.
Yeah, Butcher Man Plus. There you go. What do we have to look forward to with Weekly Shonen Jump? Well, for issue 42, it's about to drop this weekend. We have PPPPP, which we're just going to call P6. I'm not going to call it the series. No.
Forever.
It's P6. Period. End of story. It is P6. We have color pages for Sakamoto Days, Me and Roboco, and Ayakashi Triangle. Some notable things. The last 3 is Undead Unluck, Red Hood, and Niru is dead last there. Red Hood's not looking too good. I'm hearing a lot of rumors for axing. Pretty depressing there. It'll probably be a good few weeks, though. I think it will be a good few weeks. And then what do we have to look forward to on issue 43? Dr. Stone will be taking the cover. Of course, P6 will be getting another color page, as new series always do. Blue Box and Mission Yozakura Family. But also a little note here, Mission Yozakura Family will also have back-to-back color pages with 43 and 44, which that's getting me pretty pumped. I feel like they're really setting up a big announcement for Mission Yozakura Family. Maybe that anime.
Trading card game.
Fuck you. Give me my anime.
Maybe they just know the readers like to see bright colors.
Maybe. There's a lot of bright colors, though. Hate you, Josh. Anyway, all right, let's go over to our chapter ratings for the week. I will go ahead and forewarn, there are some series that I did not read because I forgot about them. That's on me. I'm a great host of this show. But let's get into it. Let's kick things off with One Piece, 1024 and 1025. Josh, rate them.
Rate them separately?
Yeah.
Preferably.
That's the goal.
All right. To be fair, I don't really remember.
Wow.
1024? Wow.
This guy.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. But I remember 1025, and 1025 is 10 out of 10. Actually, no, I do remember 1024. I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give 1025 a 10.
8 and 9 for me. My Hero Academia 325. We don't have 2 chapters for that one because My Hero Academia did have to go on a sudden unplanned break due to the health of Hirkoshi. T's and P's there. I do know that it is of course coming back for this coming issue. I did see the chapter. It's going to be a very good chapter. So looking forward to 326. But yeah, 325. What would you guys rate it?
7.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it. You're gonna be surprised by this, Alex, because it's really high. I'm giving it a hard 6.
This fucking guy. Why don't I even have you on the show?
I don't know.
Oh, you just like to break my heart. But then again, Zach likes to break your heart with Dr. Stone. So I guess we all break each other's hearts in some capacity. That's why we're such a good trio. The 3 Musketeers.
Do we?
Of anime. Anyway, Black Clover 305 and 306.
Things happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still looks like in gaming.
Shout out to the name of the chapter.
Yeah, Zach, you got your redemption.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
They didn't even bother changing the chapter. Now when I go to friggin' the Vice Captain of the Golden Dawn, people go, which one?
Yeah.
No, they'll know because it actually has the Vice Captain of the Golden Dawn in it.
It's true. The one with Yuno or the one without Yuno? but no, you're right. The in-game vibes are so strong.
Oh, yeah.
I give both a 7.
Yeah, I'll give both a 7. Yeah,
I'm rolling 7.
Dr. Stone 209 and 210.
Time doesn't work the way it should in Dr. Stone universe.
Well, they got petrified in the future where time doesn't matter. It's abstract.
I mean, obviously. Because friggin' they just start building cities and people showing up wherever they want to because they can.
You know, funny you point this out, though, because out of all the things they've created, they've never created a clock.
Correct.
So,
which chapter was the one where like everyone from the other cities just kind of came in? Was that 209?
Yeah.
I gave that one a 5. I gave 210 a 6.
You weren't for the whole new team being created to combat their difficulties?
No. This is very meh content as of recently. 209 was just stupid to me. Just 'cause it was how perfectly convenient. It's like, oh look, everyone is here from everywhere. Hey guys, thanks for bringing everything we needed.
Also, we're going back to Tokyo.
Yes, yeah. Just meh.
Or, yeah, I'll agree with 6s.
Josh, what about you?
I'll give them both 7.
Okay. JJK 155 and 156.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I fell asleep while reading these.
How do you fall asleep reading a chapter?
Because I had a lot going on this week, and I was like, I need to kick these out. And I was like middle of reading it, and I'm reading it. I closed my eyes, and I reopened. I was like, this wasn't the page I was on. Overall, from what I remember, I still don't understand how the culling game works.
Random rules just being added, yeah.
Well, I understand how the rules are added. I just didn't realize that it started in the series.
Fair.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize that it started at this point either.
Same.
Yeah. So I'm going to give 7/7.
7/7 for me.
I'm going to go double 8s on this one. That was really good. Don't get me wrong.
Next up, Mission Yo's Core Family 96-97, given 9s for both. So good right now, so good. Undead Unluck 77 and 78.
How was the color page?
Good. That was a really really dope color page. Really enjoyed that one. I would probably give for these two 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Suck One of Days 37 and 38.
I'm gonna give us. Actually, nah. I'm gonna give it an 8 and a 7. I enjoyed the previous chapter more than the newer one, introducing our new group, whatever they are.
7 and 7 for me. Lose Samurai 30 and 31.
I'll give it double 8.
Double 8 too. Which watch 28-29.
Before we move on for that, the best thing about the Elusive Samurai episodes was in 38, where the guy's just like, "Messenger, you're gonna fight for us?" And it just goes, "How can I not?"
Yes. This dude with his fucking fetish, man.
As soon as it showed those eyes, I was like, "Oh god, the freak's back! What are we gonna do? It's back!"
Oh man. Which watch 28 and 29?
I'm still concerned for which watch again now.
Right, back to being concerned. I'm with you. I caught up, had a couple chapters of all right, here we go, and then now it's back to this is all right. I'm just gonna go 7/7. Those are okay.
I'm gonna go 7/6.
Blue box.
Can I throw something out before we move on?
Did you actually read it?
No, we skipped Mashal, and I was just going to say 8 and 7.
Oh shit, we did skip Mashal.
I figured we were just gonna save it.
Oh. Yeah, well, what about Mashal then? 76-77. I didn't even realize I skipped it. It's on me.
I'll give it 7/8.
8 and 8. 8 and 8 for me. My Witch Watch 7 and 7. So Blue Box 19 and 20.
I'm gonna give it double 8.
I'm gonna agree with you. Double 8. Candy Flurry 18 and 19. The finale.
3s.
Oh, give it a 0. They both get 0s. Just the series has just it became so bad. 8. All right, I'll give you some real ratings. 18, 6. Okay, no 5. We'll go 5. 19, the finale. Literally, go ahead and give that one a 0. Such a bad chapter. I mean, it was obviously it's the ending. It was being axed. Like, what can you do with it? I get that, but this series went downhill so fast after chapter 1.
I still wasn't with it in chapter 1, so.
Red Hood 9 and 10, the potential next series being axed.
Can I tell you how much my hype has died for Red Hood for these last couple chapters?
I mean, I'm
They're
with
getting
you,
5.
honestly.
Yeah, they're getting 5.
I'm slightly curious about the whole people's abilities. I'd be very curious of that system if it carried on, but overall, I'll give it double 6.
I'll give it double 6 as well. What about Niru, 8 and 9?
Our female character has a chip on her shoulder. I'll give it double 7.
Double 7 as well. My Hero Vigilantes 109. I would give this one a 7. Spy Family 52. I'd probably give this one a 9, honestly.
I'd give it a 9 too.
Yeah, very good chapter. Kaja number 8, number 44.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm going 8.
I'm going to go 0. Dan to Dan, 23 and 24.
You're not going to clarify that?
Back up.
What? What, Josh?
I mean, I think I know why you gave a 0, Josh, but...
What do you got to say, Josh?
Oh, never mind. It clicked.
I have to... Look, I gave Dr. Stone 1 for the same reason. All right? I've got to be fair across the board.
Dr. Stone was dumber.
Panel.
I didn't even realize the spider was there first time. I had to go back and check
First thing I saw, just like with this chapter. Noticed it? The nice shot on
He's literally been that the entire time.
I know, but this time you get the shot of it on the side of the building. I'm like, all right, well, that's a 0 for me.
You can't even give it a number
0.
just
No,
for the
for
fact that she
0.
chops it up?
No, it's a 0. Period. 0.
For one panel. I'm still confused how your favorite superhero is Spider-Man.
Fuck off. Dan to Dan,
Get out of
23
my
and 24. Dan to Dan, 23 and 24. I didn't read it, Josh. I'm going to be honest with you. I forgot.
Wow.
I know.
I'm going to give them both 9.
All right.
Dan's so good.
Trojan X number 8. Did you read it, Zach?
Sure.
Because, Josh, I know you said you didn't finish. Sure.
I didn't get to finish.
What's your sure mean? What did you read?
I mean, I read something.
You don't know what, okay. What would you rate it then?
I mean, I know
Sums
what
up
I
Trojan
read.
X.
We have a freaking crow boy. Or no, he's a vulture. He's a vulture, everybody. And a country girl who apparently has performance issues and can't use the smoke when she needs to. Gets saved by some other weirdo who apparently can summon blades out of nowhere to turn someone into a magic box. So 7 for that chapter, and then we discover that there's a whole academy to teach people how to become registered Chojins so they can use their powers if they need to.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like a driving school for Chojins. You have to go through a whole several months of classes and whatnot to be able to control your Chojin power to get a register's license of say, yo, you can use your powers in emergencies or if it's unavoidable, or if for some reason you get too emotional, your powers go off.
First off, I have read this far. It's not a couple months, it's 40 days. They only take a 40-day class to get their license.
Sure.
And to become a superhero. Like My Hero Academia, you got to go to all of high school.
No, not to become a superhero. That's the A registration. They're getting a B registration, which means they can walk down the sidewalk, and if they see a robber coming at them, they can go, oh, I'm now a vulture. Slap.
I know. How funny would that be, though? Like, you get that license, and someone just walks down the street, you just, like, burst into flames and burn everything. Like, I thought they had a gun. But it's A-okay how it describes it.
I mean, that's literally what our MC and Farmer Girl are doing.
Yeah.
And we discover our MC apparently is a soulless human being, has no dreams.
Oh, it's a sad life.
Oh, he is a vulture, so.
Oh, well. All right, Josh, are you going to rate that or are we moving on?
No, he didn't.
You get to you basically choose your power, right?
No, they don't. They literally just inject themselves
Vulture.
randomly.
I mean, I read chapter 1 and it didn't look like they got chose. They didn't get to choose.
Like Flower Girl has no idea why she's got smoke, other than the guy who sort of did something that apparently passes his power. They have no choice in the matter.
I thought it it manifests like their whatever because like he was obsessed with that Vulture picture that
It manifests their whatever. What's their whatever?
They're they do just like desires or whatever.
He desired that he wanted to be a vulture and pick off whatever scrappings are left.
All right, how do you guys feel about Tokyo Revengers 21 and 222?
Dragon didn't leave me with a cringy line.
Not yet.
That hurts.
What, the cringy lines?
That hurts, man. I give them both 9 and a 9.
I'll give them 9s.
I'm giving them 9s too.
I didn't even rate Chojin X, by the way.
Oh, you gave it a 7.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we got off on the rant, and I didn't finish it, so I can't rate it.
Oh, I was just going to... Okay, sure. Chojin School.
Eden 0, 158, and 159.
158,
158, I would probably give a 9, 158, and 8.
I'll stick with a 7 and an 8.
Crunchyroll manga won't load for me, and I'm so tired of that stupid app.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you what I dealt with earlier when I was
This
trying
is why I just use the website.
I was trying to read Seven Deadly Sins: Four Nights of the Apocalypse, and like the one chapter I was trying to read got so fucked where like it was going fine, then all of a sudden the lead color page was in the middle of the chapter, and then all of a sudden like the third page is in like towards the end, and all of a sudden like one of the end. I'm sitting there as I go back as well. I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened, and one of the last pages was like up towards the front of the chapter. I'm like, what is this app doing? I hate the Crunchyroll manga app. It's garbage.
Who knows? Great for anime, sucks ass for manga.
True. Anyway, Josh, what would you
the
rate
website
these?
works fine, guys.
Josh, do you have a rating?
I just told you I couldn't read it because the app won't even load.
Okay. To Your Eternity, 149 and 149.5. Both very good chapters.
Yeah, they were entertaining. I'll give them both 8s.
I'll give them both 8s as well. 7 and 10's Four Nights of the Apocalypse, 30 and 31. Shout out to the fact that Hauser is once again relevant for probably just only this one single chapter. You know, when he was only relevant in season 1 of Seven Deadly Sins, and he'll probably never be relevant again. I'd probably just give him a 7 and a 7. Then Webtoons. Soul Leveling, 166, 167. I forgot to read these. These are on me. What would you rate them? What did I miss out on?
Don't tell him. He doesn't.
Yeah, don't tell me. Just tell me the ratings. That'll tell me enough. If I missed out on some good shit or not.
Give him a red herring. Tell them both 1.
Wow. Okay.
I'll give them both 8s.
I missed out on some good stuff then. Weak Hero, 154 and 155. I did not read 155, but 154 I'd give an 8.
I don't really remember 154 at this point. I know I read it, and something happened. 155 I will give a 7.
Okay. What about Elseed, 128, 129?
128 I will give an 8, because I was just Kaden smacking people around. And 129 I will give a 7.
Favorite chapter of the week? I'm going Tokyo.
Going Dan.
I'm going to go Blue Box.
I respect that. All right. That's the show.
You sure?
Yep.
Do we not want to dive deeper on this weird Chojin school?
I'm positive.
No. Though, I would like to say that, for those of you guys listening, this past weekend we had a Comic-Con where Chris Abbott and Sean Schimmel were there.
True.
And I was fortunate enough.
And you missed out for us.
Yeah.
I know. I was fortunate enough to go, and I sat down and I interviewed him. And I got home and I realized that I didn't write anything down, and I never actually recorded the conversation. So just imagine what you missed.
Fuck off, Josh.
So I believe he did
really
nothing of that.
I didn't. Man, I'm trying to keep the Chris Abbott on next guest going.
He'll be on here one day.
No, he won't.
Shut up. You have to believe.
In the year of 2053.
You have to believe.
If you've listened to one of our episodes, he knows that we shit on him for doing all the voices in every anime ever.
Okay, now that is fair. That is fair. We are pretty critical of that. All right, any last thoughts, boys?
I mean, like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. If you thought this episode was a crapshoot, hit that dislike so it can be more of a crapshoot.
Hell yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you actually really enjoy everything we're doing, you can hit that bell and it'll notify you anytime a video or a clip of any sort from our channels or other podcasts comes up at youtube.com/Sparky3.
Or if you don't like YouTube but you like Twitter, follow us on Twitter at AniMan Podcast, where we don't take breaks that much.
That much, he says. We don't take that many breaks over at the Twitter like I do on the Instagram, though. The Instagram was literally just built for my own leisure. I mean, it was built just like, hey, I'm just going to post stuff every once in a while. There's no agenda to this.
Okay.
I just want to post dumb
TBH.
shit. Yes,
I
exactly.
forgot that you made the Instagram.
Yep. I mean, it's in the description, so I mean, that's something, right? But no, I mean, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, though. If you did, do everything that Zach said and more. We'd greatly appreciate that. Make sure to check out Lighthearted Gamers. Make sure to check out A Terrible Football Show. And just subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Sparky3, because we do have a lot of good content here on the way. I firmly believe that. We have some other shows in the works here that should be launching here in the near future. Really excited for that stuff. But with that said, until next time, see ya.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, and listen to Lighthearted Gamers. Pump those views up.
We'll be right back.